Caloroga Shark Media.
From New York City, where Taylor Swift once welcomed you, this is Ballot.
That's right. Instead of talking about, inflation and my stocks being down, let's talk about what a childless cat lady thinks about the debate. Relax, Swifties. This whole show is parody. But if you guys want to come after me, that's fine. The name is Mac Davies, and the show is Ballot with 2 L's and 1 T. You know what else is about to have 2 L's? Donald Trump's election record. Let's hit this. Jon Stewart reminded his viewers, a quick reminder to all the pet owners out there, always remember to leash your dogs. It's an important way to keep your dog from fighting other dogs, or being hit by a car, or being eaten by your immigrant neighbors. Jimmy Kimmel said, "Here's what I'd like you to do right now. I want you to imagine we've never heard of Donald Trump before, and the first time you've ever seen him was during tonight's debate. What would your reaction be? You'd be shocked. The Republican Party would have to close their headquarters and turn them into a spirit Halloween store." Jimmy Fallon added, "Harris was on the right, Trump was on the left, and Biden was at home wondering, where do I know these guys from?" Fallon again. "Just like the previous debate, there was no audience. Yup, they were speaking to a totally silent empty room, or as J.D. Vance calls that, a rally." Donald Trump decided to grace Fox and Friends with his presence after his debate with Kamala Harris. And boy, did he have some thoughts on Taylor Swift's endorsement of his opponent. Trump declared, "Well, I actually like Mrs. Mahomes much better. If you want to know the truth, she's a big Trump fan." Trump, ever the music connoisseur, added, "I was not a Taylor Swift fan." Well, color us shocked. Who would have thought the man who thinks windmills cause cancer wouldn't appreciate Shake It Off? And in true Trump fashion, he couldn't resist a little threat, saying Swift will probably pay a price for it in the marketplace. Maybe Trump is on to something. The price of Taylor Swift tickets is dropping, just like the stock market did when it saw the Biden-Harris inflation numbers. Meanwhile, Megyn Kelly's got her knickers in a twist over Taylor Swift's political endorsement. Who would have thought that a pop star's opinion could ruffle the feathers of a seasoned journalist? Oh wait, it's 2024. Of course it can. Kelly seems to think Swift can kiss your sales to the Republican audience goodbye. But wait, there's more. Kelly's got beef with Swift's boyfriend, Travis Kelce, too. Apparently, he's totally effing clueless about vaccine side effects. I'm sure Kelce, a professional athlete, is just devastated that a TV host doesn't approve of his medical knowledge. Kelly went on to paint Swift and Kelce as elite snobs who'll be sitting in their mansions, saying, "Let them eat cake," as if Megyn Kelly wasn't reportedly making between $15 million and $20 million a year at NBC. The Cheeto-in-Chief decided to grace New York City with his presence for the 9/11 service. Because nothing says solemn remembrance like a guy who thinks windmills cause cancer, right? Trump showed up at Ground Zero, probably expecting a hero's welcome. Instead, he got heckled faster than you can say, "transgender operations on illegal aliens." One attendee shouted, "Where were you for 20 years I've been here? Where were you?" Geez, give the guy a break. He was busy, tweeting, golfing? But wait, it gets better. During a moment of silence, when everyone else was bowing their heads in respect, Trump was caught winking at photographers and rubbernecking like a tourist on his first trip to Times Square. Because when you're Donald Trump, even a 9/11 memorial is just another photo op, right? In a move that's about as unexpected as finding a vegetarian at a Texas barbecue, Dick Cheney has thrown his support behind Kamala Harris. But wait, it gets better. Piers Morgan, the British journalist who's never afraid to ruffle feathers or hair, called this endorsement utterly ridiculous on Fox and Friends. Morgan suggests the Cheneys are suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. Apparently, it's a condition where you'd rather endorse your political opposite than support the guy with the world's most famous comb-over. And let's not forget Liz Cheney, who's also backing Harris. She's been so anti-Trump, she'd probably endorse a potted plant if it ran against him. At this rate, we're halfway to seeing Bernie Sanders endorse Ted Cruz in 2028. According to Rolling Stone, if Trump gets his tiny hands on the presidency again, he's planning to throw late-night hosts in the slammer for telling jokes. Apparently, Trump thinks our nightly roasts count as illegal campaign contributions to the Democrats. When Jimmy Kimmel broke this news to his audience, they laughed. Poor Jimmy had to remind them, glad it's funny to you. He wants to lock up the late-night hosts. I guess Trump's hoping to make America humorless again. Kimmel even wondered about the logistics, asking, how would this work for Jon Stewart? Would he only go to jail on Mondays? Look, Jimmy, I don't know what your problem with Trump is. I just want to say, Trump was a great president, has really big manly hands and great hair. Don, when you win, remember I had your back all the way. Not like those guys at Crooked Media. They are probably in favor of transgender operations on illegal aliens. Not to mention, they probably have eaten the cats and dogs of Springfield. New York Magazine sent Olivia Nuzzi to Mar-a-Lago to investigate the greatest mystery since one of you guys gave my crazy ex-girlfriend Norma my new cell phone number. I bet it was Lovett. Anyway, the mystery? Trump's supposedly bullet-grazed ear. And let me tell you, this story is more twisted than Trump's logic on climate change. Nuzzi reports that Trump's ear looked normal and fine. Well, color me shocked. Who knew the man who thinks windmills cause cancer could also regenerate body parts faster than a lizard? Maybe that's why his hair always looks the same. It's actually regrowing every night. Trump says he's a fast healer. Well, that explains everything. It's not just his ear. His memory heals so fast, he forgets about pesky things like election results and hush money payments in record time. It looks like Barron Trump's first day at NYU's Stern School of Business was more dramatic than his dad's hair in a windstorm. The 18-year-old heir to the Orange Throne has officially entered the lion's den. Or should I say, the liberals' lair. Our young Trump apparently kicked off his college career by meeting the school's interim dean, J.P. Eggers. Now, Eggers isn't exactly a card-carrying member of the Trump fan club. In fact, he signed a letter back in 2020 warning business leaders about the threat Donald Trump posed to our republic. Talk about an awkward first impression. I haven't seen a meet and greet this tense since my crazy ex-girlfriend Norma showed up at the movie theater when I was out with Kate last week. But hey, maybe Barron's just following in his father's footsteps. You know, walking into places where he's not particularly welcome. It's a family tradition. Now Donald Trump claims Barron liked the school. Well, of course he did. What's not to like about being surrounded by professors who think your dad is the political equivalent of a dumpster fire? It's like a daily roast session, but with student loans. Wait, do Trumps pay off their loans, or do they just declare bankruptcy? But the real kicker? Trump paid a Stern accounting professor $900,000 to testify that his accounting was all above board. $900,000? That's more than Trump spent on hair products in the last decade. And about as effective, apparently, since the judge basically said, "Nice try, but no cigar." This has been Mac Davies, reminding you that in the world of Trump, every day is a new episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Defendant? But that said, if the guy wins, just remember I had your back all along, Donald. And I really like your hair and your big hands. Don't let those transgender illegal aliens get you down with their operations and puppy eating. Portions of today's program were made with the help of AI. And don't forget to tip your professors. They might be testifying for you one day.